What's up everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we are on this 2020 BMW R1250 GS HP Sport. This is a first ride impression. Just taking it out here in the twisties. I'll take it out on the freeway too as well, let you know how that goes there. This is it. You know, this is the tried and true BMW GS. This is the SUV of motorcycles. This bike can pretty much do it all. You could ride it on the road, you could ride it off-road, and it's got good safety features. It's got pretty much the dynamic ESA suspension, handles really nice. You've also got different ride modes here that you can switch with a simple push of a button on the right, and we'll actually do that now. Right now we're on normal mode. I'm gonna go ahead and switch it over to let's do, so you got road, we were on road mode, you've got rain mode, and you got dynamic and enduro pro. So we're gonna go ahead and switch it to dynamic pro, which is ideal for this type of riding environment here. Enduro, we'll reserve that for off-road riding. So right now we're on dynamic pro, and what that does is now you've got very responsive throttle. Your suspension now is on dynamic, and on the right side there we've got the auto leveling set on automatic. So you can actually change the ride height, you know, with a spring, and you can switch it to either minimum or the maximum, just depending on the load of the bike. You know, it's got 136 horses, and so you got power readily available when you want it. So good torque. It's got 105 pounds of torque, plenty of torque. So when you pair that with the variable shift cam technology that BMW came out with a few years ago, you know, you've got a very responsive and powerful motor throughout the RPM range. That's really what that comes down to. So as you know, last year BMW came out with the 1250 motor, which is actually 1254 cc's. So it's up from the 1170 cc motor from the prior generation. So you've got increased cubic inch in the motor, and as a result you've got more horsepower and more torque on tap. And you've got quick shifter, up and down quick shifter, works really nice. And the suspension is superb. I mean, again, you've got that BMW, the tried and true BMW telelever suspension, constantly making, ooh, stay your lane. Good brakes. Speaking of the brakes there, safety features, you've got the BMW Haze brakes in the front, so you can kind of see that, and you got cornering ABS, so we actually had to apply the brakes there mid-corner, and the bike handled it very nicely. And you've got the Brembo rear brakes, so really good brakes. Performance wise, like I said, this is a game changer, you know, with that 1254 cc motor paired with the variable shift cam technology. You know, this is really night and day. Just, you know, just riding a regular 1200 back to back with the 1250, you can immediately feel the difference in horsepower and torque. It's really noticeable, especially off the line and just throughout that whole rev range. This 1254 cc motor really gets you going, and gets you going quick. Appearance, we'll do a little walk around here. I'll show you guys this HP color scheme, the BMW racing colors, real beautiful colors, with that distinctive beak on the front. You can't really miss it. I mean, this is really what a GS is all about. And this here has the comfort package. Basically what that gives you is it gives you a wider windshield, and it also gives you the separate rider and passenger seat, so it's a lot more comfortable for both the rider and the passenger than the single piece rally seat. Okay, so that's what the passenger kit, I think is what they call it, comes with, along with a center stand. So this is what that bike has. So you can see there the difference between what a traditional HP with a rally configuration. You're not going to have that center stand, and you're not going to have the passenger and rider seat, the separate passenger rider seat, and you're going to have a smaller windshield, which is more dedicated for off-road riding. But I think this is a perfect setup when you're mainly going to do road riding, you know, touring on the road, and maybe, you know, 20% off-road riding. I think the passenger kit is the way to go. And also this has the sports suspension, so it gives you a little bit more ground clearance, and that's really going to help you when you're riding off-road. So this bike has that sports suspension, so I don't know if you can tell, but it's basically a little bit higher ground clearance than stock. What are your thoughts on the 1200 versus the 1250 motor? I mean, I've owned a GS in the past. It had the 1200 motor, so it was the 1170 cc's, and it did not have the variable shift cam. It was, so I know, you know, I can feel the difference. You know, that's why I said if you rode a 1200 and the 1250 back to back, or if you even own a 1200 and you now have the 1250 motor with the variable shift cam technology, I mean, it's you will notice the difference. But at the same time, the 1200 motor is a great motor. It's got plenty of power, plenty of torque. I mean, no complaints. So if you never ridden a 1250, that 1200 motor is more than enough. You know, I was more than happy with that motor. But yes, the horsepower and the torque on the two motors is very noticeable. But does it justify moving up and upgrading or trading to the latest and greatest? Probably not. You know what I mean? Because that's like I said, the 1200 platform is a great platform. You know, but if you need that, if you feel like you need that extra power and torque, then you've got it. You've got it in this model year. So with that, I don't know if this is going to clear up here. I might just end the video here. If you guys are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. I've got more content coming. Hit that bell icon so you get notified on new content. And I'll probably end up doing a long-term review on this bike too as well, because this is just such an awesome bike. A daily rider. You know, you can commute on the bike, and like I said, it is the sport utility vehicle of motorcycle, this GS. Look at that motor. Woo! Just gets up and goes. It's alive, it's an animal, it's a beast. But then again, it's also very well mannered. You can ride it pretty much anywhere. So with that, hope everyone's doing well out there. Ride safe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. See ya.